Hey guys, welcome to Spreadsheet Activity number 2. This one's going to be a short video. The video that I did yesterday was longer because it was kind of an introduction to spreadsheets. But the actual activity shouldn't have taken you any more than about 10 minutes or so, even probably less than that. Every time we do these, they're going to get a little easier and a little bit faster. So Spreadsheet Activity number 2, let's have a look and see what it is. So getting fancy with column charts. So we have a little bit more data here to deal with. So it says Mr. Slack recently polled the students attending Mount Clemens Middle School. One of the questions he asked was, what is your favorite cafeteria lunch? The choices students could select from included hot dogs, burgers, tacos, pizza, or spaghetti. There were some interesting differences when the results were examined by gender. So this one, we have 3 columns of data. We've got our favorite lunch, we've got what the boys chose, and we've got what the girls chose. So you guys are going to be going ahead and creating a chart based on this data. You're going to be customizing your chart, and your final chart should look just like this one here. Okay, so I'm going to go through the activity, and I'm going to go ahead and move this over to the side. And I'm going to go ahead and click open Spreadsheet Activity number 2. So for you guys, this will be up here. And when you open it up, it'll have your name on it. So Spreadsheet Activity number 2. Now, the data, the only way to get this data in here, guys, is to actually type it in. There is no copying and pasting. It doesn't allow you to do that. So you got a little bit of work to do. Not a big deal. Whoa. And let's see, burgers, hot dogs. We've got pizza, we've got spaghetti, and we've got tacos. And the numbers, I want you to use the same numbers that are in the spreadsheet. So we've got 60, 70, 60, 20, and 35. And then under the girls, we have 40, 20, 60, 60, and then 5. So there's all the data. The data is easy to put in the spreadsheet. One of the things that you most likely would want to keep doing too, guys, is you want to center align everything. So if you select everything here and go up to your horizontal alignment and click center, makes things look a little bit neater. Actually, you know what? Let's keep cell A, column A to the left, because when you have words, they just seem like they line up better. When you have numbers, they look better when they're in the center. I also want to highlight my titles, and I want to bold them just so they stand out a little bit. Remember, if you need to, you can readjust the size of your cells as well. Okay, now we are going to be creating a column chart like we did yesterday. So if you remember yesterday's column chart, the chart was just single columns for single things of data. Well, you're going to notice we've got 2 sets of data here. We've got boys and girls. The computer will automatically create a column chart that will have 2 columns for each set of data. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and remember, here is the insert chart button over here. But before I do that, I always have to select the data that I need to base my chart off of. If I didn't select this data, remember what happened yesterday, you click on it and it'll say no data. So there's no chart there. It didn't do anything. So I want to hit the undo button. Now I'm going to select my data like so, and then go ahead and hit the chart button again. So we have a column chart. Now you're going to notice this is called a stacked column chart. We don't want a stacked column chart. We want a column chart where they're side by side. So you'll notice that stacked is the chart type up here. And I'm going to move this over. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go ahead and scroll down until I get to the column charts here, and I'm going to select this one. That's what I'm looking for. So we have the boys column and the girls column next to each other. And this allows you to compare them a lot easier. So, think about what charts do. Obviously, if we know the boys are the blue bar and the girls are the red bar, right away we can look at this and go, oh, more boys than girls wanted burgers. More boys than girls wanted hot dogs. The same amount of boys and girls wanted pizza. More girls wanted spaghetti, more boys wanted tacos. So it's a great way for us to look at that data. Now you're going to also notice on this one, guys, that we're missing a couple of things. Number one, we are missing a title over here, and this is not the title that we want up here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move my face here, and you notice that the chart editor is opened up here. This is where you're going to get to know the chart editor a little bit better. So I'm going to click on Customize, and these are very useful areas for us to go into. So we want to change the title to Favorite Lunch. So we go up here to Chart Title. You'll notice here it says Boys and Girls. We're going to change that to Favorite Lunch. We also want it to be centered, and just like yesterday, the title format is here. We can go to the horizontal alignment, and there it is, centered. Now, we are missing a vertical axis label there. We have the Favorite Lunch here. Over here, it should say number of responses. So we need to go back and figure out where that goes. Okay, so if we go down here, this is the vertical axis. So if I open up the vertical axis, we want to create a title in there. Let's see. Can I double click over here? Nope, doesn't do that. All right, so we want to label the vertical axis. Oh boy. I gotta get my, I gotta remember how to do this. We want an axis line. Doesn't have to have an axis line, so I'm having a brain fart right here. Chart style, vertical axis. How did I do that? Default titles. Oh, here we go. Now I remember. Okay, so the titles are all under here. So this says chart title. We want to go to vertical axis title. Okay, so yeah, I had a bit of a brain fart there. All right, so this is where I would type in number of responses. All right, and you notice it pops up right over here. Okay, let's bold it, make it stand out a little bit. Let's click on the Favorite Lunch one, and let's bold that one too. All right, and the other thing you can do, guys, is I want you to see if you can change the colors. So we have, if we double click in here on the blue, you see I double clicked and look what happened. The color popped up over here. Change it to a different color. You can put whatever you want. Green's my favorite color, so I'm going to click on green. And for girls, let's see. Let's make that one purple. Wow, that's weird. It only changed one of them. I don't know why that is. That's weird. Let's do this. Let's go back. Let's go back up to Chart Editor. There we have the series. Okay, we have that. Let's go to Customize. Let's go to Chart Style, which we already got. You can change the background color here too as well, guys. So if you wanted it to be like a different color, that's kind of gross. But let's change it to like a gray. Let's close that up. Double clicking on the boys, so it shows up as boys here. And again, I'm going to change the color to green. And see, this is weird. I don't know why that is. Click outside of it. There we go. That was weird. And let's make this one purple. There. All right. The other thing, one more thing, is we want the numbers to show up on the actual bar. So this here, so we know it's at number 60, but we want the number 60 in the bar as well. And we can actually do that. And if I click on it, let's click outside and then back inside. All right. Data labels. So when we click on data labels, the numbers appear on the green charts. Then I want to click outside and then back inside for the purple. And we want to put up our data labels for there as well. And there we go. So we have the numbers that we can actually see in addition to, seeing them on the side there. And I think that's it. Yep. Oh, and then it says click cell B5 and change the number to 40. So let's go to B5, B5. If I change this number to 40, then one of the boys is going to change. So here's the spaghetti, and it's at 20. If I change this to 40, watch what happens. Keeping an eye on the spaghetti bar. Boom. So it pops up to 40. All right, so when you turn yours in, it should look like this. It should have 60 and 60 there. And that's it. All right, this one took a little bit less time than the other one, and probably the next one's going to take even shorter because we get to know how to do this a little bit better. All right, good luck.